Welcome to SOW Ignition! We are live from the Ryugoku Koku Gikan in Tokyo, Japan, and we are getting started with round 3 of the World Tag 500, the World Tag Team Champions. Death Row here, challenging Fate Unbound. Now keep in mind that the way this tournament works out, all Death Row has to do, provided there are no draws throughout the tournament, all they have to do is win 2 of their 4 matches. They have 1 win already, and they've got 2 more matches to go. If they can win 2 of their 4 matches, 1 of these 2 remaining matches, then they will be in the semifinals, which will be going down on Autumn Draft. We'll have 2 semifinal matches and then the main event finals for the World Tag Team Championships, all in just over a week's time at Autumn Draft. This, of course, is our 4th SOW World Tag 500. We have 3 different World Tag 500 winners, but this is the highest stakes the tournament has ever truly had. Because now, the World Tag Team Championships are on the line. Tag Team Champions defending. They have a lot of history with one of their opponents here. Both of these men have a fair amount of history with Elijah Lee. And actually, now that I said this aloud, Trent Taylor also has a good amount of history with Jay Wukong. Though at that time, Elijah Lee was at Trent Taylor's side, his tag partner against Jay Wukong. That was in a trios match at the original Victory Lane. Jay Wukong was assisting Suave Jackson and Mars Namor, who had had a lot of trouble in the past with what was at that time known as Death Row. Of course, now Death Row just a tag team consisting of the 6-shooter Clint Cassidy and Twisted Trent Taylor. Their opponents, a team recently formed, Fate Unbound, consists of Elijah Lee and Jay Wukong. So far, it was Elijah Lee being kept down and taken apart bit by Clint. But now he has managed to tag out to Jay Wukong. And Clint is going to have... Oh, wait. No, Clint is choosing to tag here, sending Trent Taylor to face off with Jay Wukong. I suppose that isn't a bad play. Trent Taylor's style is something that Jay Wukong definitely would not have the experience against to easily handle. The more aggressive and brutal style of Trent Taylor. However, Jay Wukong does have a good bit of power that Trent Taylor cannot match up to, as we see right there, Trent getting chopped down by Wukong. Test of strength. Oh, hip toss. Used the leg to break up the test of strength, but Wukong able to slip through and power out of that double arm hold. Ducks under the flying forearm there. And a counter from Trent Taylor to Jay Wukong. Jay Wukong, though, with a big hip toss, goes for the cover, but Trent quick to kick out. Wukong with a chop. And walks through with the vertical suplex, using that power to his advantage here against Trent Taylor. Ooh, Trent went for a combination, but it didn't do anything. Wukong just hip tosses him right back down. Oh my God! Elbow high in the air. Now a tag to Elijah Lee. Wukong and Elijah Lee double enziguris. Elijah up top, comes off the top. Splash to the back. And a German to follow it up, but Trent Taylor's back up and tags to Clint Cassidy. Series of 10 shots in the corner, and Clint going for the cover right after that. Not giving Elijah even a moment's rest. Double stomp to the chest, but Elijah with the counter sends Clint to the ropes. Now Clint dragging Elijah over to their corner. Chop to the throat. Ouch. Went for a big boot to the chest, but couldn't quite get it. Clint was able to move past, block with a shoulder tackle. Ooh, series of kicks. And a double stomp to the back. We got a hefty American crowd here mixed in with the Japanese crowd. You can hear them chanting. I think somebody forgot to mention that you're supposed to be a little more polite here, no chanting during the matches. They prefer their claps and stomps. But the unruly American crowd is, they're always gonna do what the American crowd's gonna do. Oh, broken up there. Wukong didn't try to stop the breakup of that. I'm not sure why. But here goes the diving elbow, and once again, every time nowadays that Clint goes for that diving elbow, he gets dodged. They're always waiting for it. Everybody has it scouted. Tag to Trent Taylor as Clint Cassidy throws Elijah Lee to the outside where, at this point, Death Row is looking to get busy. They're grabbing weapons, beating Elijah Lee down here. Jesus, this is brutal. It seems like Elijah has managed to escape just barely. Now it's back to Jay Wukong. And here we go, assisted senton drop. Wukong comes off the ropes. Oh, but Trent ducked under the lariat, tried to lift Wukong for a body slam, but Wukong able to deadweight him into a cover, forcing a breakup from Clint Cassidy. Like I said, that power game, Trent, oh my God. And here we go with the chains. Ref has got to take that stuff away from Trent. We gotta start checking Trent's wrists and stuff before he starts wrestling, because he keeps always having these chains hidden somewhere. Break of the face, but not enough to keep Wukong down. However, Wukong's back fist doesn't keep Trent down either. Oh my God, an inverted overdrive. And Trent Taylor goes up top, pointed elbow drop. Wukong sending Trent into the other corner. Elijah immediately gets on him, and now, oh, the Wukong driver! This could be it for Fate Unbound. They could be winning right here if they had stopped that breakup. Why are they just standing by and watching? Almost got the 3 there, Trent. I feel like there was a huge opportunity there for Fate Unbound if Elijah had actually tried to break up that, or prevent that pin breakup.
20 minutes gone.
It seems that these two still aren't fully on the same page. Curb stomp! But Trent Taylor's not done. And that might be a mistake because he just got powerbombed over that kendo stick. I'm not sure what he's trying to reposition Wukong for, but it seems like he gave up on it. Whatever it was. No way! Oh my God! Holy shit! How did Trent Taylor pull that off? Wukong driver! That can be it. If he's able to capitalize, but oh man, it seems like going down face first into that kendo stick was too much. Wukong unable to capitalize on the second Wukong driver, which could have easily been the end of the match. Now Death Row trying to fight back. Trent Taylor trying to get back into this matchup. Oh my God, big bang attack! 2! Oh. Okay, it seems Trent Taylor had enough time to at least recover, survive the big bang attack there. Now we're going blow for blow. I don't know about this. If I was Trent, I would be avoiding an exchange like this against a man like Wukong. Goes to punch the eyes. Oh my jeez. No way, not again! Goes for the cover. And that's it. Jesus Christ, Trent Taylor. Well, I think as it stands, unless there are some draws in some of these matches with the high point totals, Death Row is essentially guaranteed their spot in the semifinals. It's a lot easier for the reigning champions to get that spot, given that they automatically win any tiebreakers by virtue of being the champions. I believe the only scenario in which they cannot make it is if they lose their final round, and then they go, there are 3 teams that are 2-1-1. Or higher. I guess I should say 4 teams. So this is a very, let's say interesting. It's a very interesting situation we're in right here because Byron Mitchell is about to be the first man ever to cash in the National Heavyweight Championship for a shot at the SOW World Heavyweight Championship. This is literally the first time this has ever been done in all of SOW. We have had multiple national heavyweight champions. None of them have gotten to the point where they've decided to cash in. There's been a couple who were able to, but none have chosen to. You can see Byron has already handed off the national title. It is over here by us. Ryan talking as big as he has been for a little bit now. He's been very confident. Can't blame him. I mean, it's hard not to be confident when you have that world championship around your waist. But he's brought up a very fair point. Oh my God, the crowd immediately unhappy with Byron. He's brought up a fair point. If Byron really wanted the best possible opportunity to not only win the world title, but also to not lose it right away, he could have had his 6th title defense at Autumn Draft, and then went on to make the challenge prior to Victory Lane, so that he wouldn't have to defend the national title at Victory Lane, and then challenge for the world title at Shakedown. Had he done that, that would have actually kept the number of national title defenses that he needed to make the same, but it also would have allowed him to essentially avoid having to defend the world title should he win it on Victory Lane, because, I mean, there is already a man waiting, as Ryan alluded to. Ali Nagadomi won the Final 20 circuit. Whoever the world champion is come Victory Lane, they will be defending against Ali Nagadomi. Well, it sounds like Byron is... Yeah, he's invoking the right to decide how the next national champion will be crowned, and it's going to be a Midwest shotgun roulette. I'm not actually all that familiar with that. 6 competitors, 2 count pinfalls? Oh, and Byron's just walking off. I guess that was all he had to say. Well, it is confirmed then. All right, well, we have it confirmed, as I was saying just before the break. At Autumn Draft, Ryan Richardson will defend the SOW World Heavyweight Championship against Byron Mitchell. But right now what we have is a very rare women's trios match here in SOW. First competing, representing SOW, and, you know, probably more so representing the good side of SOW. It is Kimiko Hoshina and Kazumi Nishi shining. And their tag team partner, hailing from Glory, she is the Mirage Genius, Kasumi Nakashima! The special Glory exclusive nameplate. And of course their opponents. First, a tag team currently representing SOW, though one half of it is still signed to JTW. It is the team of the Onamusa, Keiko, and the Broken Doll, Ayama Hanazono. All of these women have a litany of history here in Japan. Pretty much, I think everyone in this match got their start in either Glory or JTW. In fact, if we look at the lineup when the last person comes to the ring, it will be 3 Glory wrestlers, former and current, and 3 JTW wrestlers, former and current. Of course, the final member of the match and the last member on Keiko's team, the woman who will be facing Aiko Kimura on Ignition episode 70 for the Women's World Championship, the Dark Star, Hikari Muramasa. And we're starting with both representatives of Glory. These two have battled many times in the past. And Muramasa has come out on top every single time. Of course, Keiko's team starting out dominant here. But Kasumi manages to fight her way free. Tags to Kazumi, who, let's say, has some tumultuous history here in SOW with Ayama. Ayama has managed to pin Kasumi on 2 separate occasions, once in singles, once in tag. Of course, Kazumi has gotten some retribution, not necessarily against Ayama, but for her own mentality, because she has been able to pin Kat Roberts, who has done the same to Ayama as Ayama has done to Kazumi. Pinned her twice, once in tag and once in singles. Ayama fighting her way out of that back grapple. And now Kazumi facing down Keiko. And Ayama just watching, chooses to go back to the ropes rather than interfering. And now Kimiko tagged in as Keiko suffers the brunt of taking those stiff kicks from Kazumi. Quick takedown from Kazumi. Kimiko picks up Keiko and then Shote sends her right down to the mat. Keiko pushing Kimiko into the ropes. Forces a break. Snap suplex. And now half crab.
Give up. 5 minutes gone.
Beautiful gourd buster from Kimiko. Immediately into a cartwheel drop kick. And now what a vertical suplex there. Goes for the cover. 2 count, but not the 3. And that leads to an immediate tag to Hikari. Now Kimiko might be in some trouble. Snap of the arm from Keiko, but Kimiko, guard buster to Hikari, and that is enough to get her the tag to Kazumi. And now Hikari tagging in. Kimiko delivers an elbow to the back of Kazumi's leg. I said Kimiko, I meant Ayama. Delivers an elbow to the back of Kazumi's leg, and now Ayama following up on that with this half crab. Firing herself up. The neck lock with the leg scissors. With the insult to injury there. Series of blows, and now Kazumi chooses to tag in Kasumi. Oh, don't get those confused. One is spelled exactly the same as the other, except with an S instead of the Z. Ayama not interested in facing Kasumi. Tags to Hikari. Tells Hikari to deal with her own problems. And here we go. Low kicks versus high kicks. High kicks win it out, and Hikari says, actually, Ayama, get back in here. STF locked in on Kasumi. Ayama once again the legal woman. As they are punishing Kasumi here in the corner. Ayama sends Kasumi to the other corner. Kasumi with a monkey flip and a tag to Kimiko. Bit of a misjudgment there by Ayama. Gave Kasumi enough time to recover and counter out. Now, SOW special performed on Ayama, and then a super kick German suplex. Ayama really did not get the better of that exchange at all. That went very poorly for her. However, she's still fighting a snapmare to Kimiko and follows it up with a shoulder hold. Telling Kimiko to fight. Tags back to Hikari. These two both are former world champions, with Ayama being a former JTW Queen of Queens champion. And Hikari being a former World of Glory champion. Northern Lights bomb! Huge moment right there. Northern Lights bomb goes for the double leg hook cover, but Kimiko breaks it up. Oh, and now the SOW special to Kazumi. Oh, the binding suplex to Ayama. And now a tag to Kimiko as Hikari tags to Keiko. Oh my God, no way. Oh, jeez. SOW specials for everybody today. Gunman giddy. But Kimiko up first. Drops her down with that face buster. Kimiko picks her up. And falls with a face buster of her own, goes for the cover. But it gets broken up by Hikari. And things are breaking down as Keiko cleans house or tries to. Arm drag counter from Kasumi. And Kimiko's up top. Code breaker. Cover. Broken up by Hikari again. Once again, things are breaking down. Kimiko with a snap suplex to Keiko as Hikari eats a Polaris knee. Now it's Kasumi and Ayama legal in the ring. Backdrop! And the double DDT! Kasumi and Ayama back and forth with the strikes now. And they are going. Neither one wants to let up. Kick for kick. Blow for blow. You can see the reddening starting to come. Just a bit on Kasumi as she keeps eating these kicks. They're hitting her arm as well as her chest. But the heel kick from Ayama, who gets the cover and gets the three. Kasumi just barely blocked from making the save. Keiko's team wins the match. Well, it seems like Aaliyah Pope and Sarah Aris. I mean, Aaliyah's just come back immediately making so many waves. First, she has one of the most hyped returns in SOW history, maybe the most hyped return. But then she immediately follows it up by setting up a team that I could not have guessed in a million years. However, right now, it's time to follow up on some events from last week. Charlie was demanding a world title shot against Kimura Aiko. And while she was in Hera's office, Bia Quinn came in and essentially called Charlie out. And that has led to the match that we are about to see right now. Something that has not happened since, what was it? Hit Stop last year? And of course, back then, these two were friends. They were not fighting each other all that seriously. It was pretty much a sham match that happened just to make sure that Bia Quinn had a nice free title defense. This, however, I do not expect to be a sham match. But Bia Quinn showing right away she is not concerned with Charlie's scene. And that, I'm going to say right now, is probably not the attitude she wants to have coming into this match. Charlie has proven herself well and more one of the better competitors in this division. Obviously, Bia is the inaugural Women's World Champion. There are plenty of flowers that you have to give Bia as well. You can't just sit around talking hype on Charlie Scene. Though personally, I'd rather talk hype on neither of these women. I don't think either one has been a good representative for SOW as a whole. Outside of their skill level, their attitudes have been pretty atrocious. And I mean, you can kind of hear it. This crowd remembers Bia from her time in Glory, not fans of her. If anything, I would say that in this crowd, they'd be happy to root for Charlie Scene. But, you know, immediately they proved me wrong. They didn't root for either of these women. I think they'd be cheering if this came down to a time limit draw. Because then neither of them win. Oh, nice maneuvering from Charlie. I mean, she's always been very technical in the ring, very well-rounded technician. And showing it off really well here in this match. Ooh, beautiful run-up bulldog there. Sends her right back to the corner. But Charlie with the counter body slam and is now laying in the punches. I was praising her technical wrestling and she just started resorting to some brawling there for a moment. Now she's working the limbs of Bia. Bia counters with a body slam. And a neck breaker. Arm breaker there from Charlie's Scene. Charlie coming off the ropes, drop kick to the face. Now, one thing to note is that Bia did spend a significant amount of time helping Charlie improve. However, it's been almost longer since the last time Charlie was under Bia's wing, learning from her, than it was while of Charlie being Bia's student. At this point, Charlie might actually have more in her reservoir than Bia could have prepared for if she's just going off of the Charlie that she knew and remembers. There's an arm breaker from Charlie. Grabs through it, seatbelt clutch. 1, 2, no. Bia was able to get the shoulder up despite all the arm work that Charlie has done. The seatbelt clutch wasn't enough to hold her down quite yet. Bia ducks there, but Charlie still manages to catch the arm, wrist lock. And a head scissors from Bia Quinn. Drops the leg, but Charlie up immediately. Bia's talking some trash. Charlie, though, catches her, reverses with the vertical back after the arms. I mean, that is Charlie Sheen's calling card, tearing arms apart as much as possible. And it's really going to be a big deal against Bia because it's going to weaken that bitchmaker lariat. Step over into the arm breaker. Charlie lets it go. Ooh, kitchen sink sends Charlie tumbling to her back. Bia with the leg drop again, but Charlie once again back up. And now they're exchanging blows. But not for very long. Bia gets Charlie back to her feet. Ooh, nice Inzugiri to the back of the head. These two are fighting. Bia seems not to be concerned with what Charlie has managed to put out so far. Whether that's legitimate or a front, I don't know. But either way, this match is still going. Arm drag into an arm bar. And you can see the strength leaving Bia's arms. As now it's Charlie taunting, saying that she is unconcerned. Puts Bia up in the corner. Bia tries to counter out. Charlie, though, catches her with a code breaker. And now dives from the top, Bulldog. And locks in a chin lock. Here goes Charlie looking for a strike, but can't get it as Bia dodges to the side and tosses her out of the ring. Series of kicks, stomp to the chest. The camera is very hard to see. Kick to the chest. Bia slips back into the ring at the 5. Action now a little more visible. Bia going for the cover, but not enough. Not enough to beat Charlie here. Drop kick to the chest. Charlie's back up. And Bia rolls through. Arm trapped into the small package, but Charlie able to get free. Stiff punch, picks her up. God's last gift has the arms blocked. And that's it. Charlie managed to get the win with the God's last gift small package driver. That was some huge news! The son of Raito Kazama is going to be making his SOW debut on Ignition episode 70 as the start of a one-year excursion here with the company. That is going to be a very big deal. We're going to get to help cultivate somebody who should be the future of JEPW. Will always get the claim to fame that we were where he started his journey in wrestling. Speaking of starting a journey in wrestling, Ryan Richardson coming out first here tonight. He's been on a journey of his own. Of course, we knew that this match was signed just for a bit of fun. It will be Ryan and Kaito teaming up with the Soaring Aces, who are your current, I guess I shouldn't say your, but the current WWSL World Tag Team Champions, titles that they won at JEPW Chiyoda Hunting, which was ironically not in Chiyoda. They had to move to Sumida and do the show from the Ryogoku Kokugikon, which is, obviously where we are now. They were here in these halls just a couple weeks back. So this is a crowd that got to see Kawakami Nao and Nozawa Akira claim those tag team titles around their waists from the Journeymen. And their opponents tonight will be a combination of Kaiju-gun and the Paradise. And it seems that the Paradise is choosing to come out first, just like Ryan was the first out for his team. Byron looks to be coming out first here. It's both him and Death Panther. Two members of the six-person stable, the Paradise. Seven is from when I had the habit of trying to get Kevin Daniels to take off that mask. Byron has entered his gear. He has officially relinquished the national championship, so not currently the national champion. And representing Kaiju-gun, one half of Kaiju-gun, I should say. Formerly a member of SOW's roster during his one-year excursion, Taikyo Ryu. And of course, his tag team partner, the other half of Kaiju-gun. It is the Sin Eater, Lord Barbados. Kaiju-gun will be challenging the Soaring Aces for the WWSL Tag Team titles sometime later this month when JEPW hosts the Struggle in the Budokan. Already a tagged, or already Ryan, I said a tag, but I don't think a tag has actually happened. I think I'm just hearing a clapping sound, thinking there was a tag. I just, you know, maybe I should get my eyes checked. Let me adjust my glasses. There's a tag. A tag to Kaito Meiji. Ryan has been handling Taikyo a little bit in the early goings of this match, but Kaito actually has some history with Taikyo Ryu. I believe this was the first match that Kaito had here in SOW was against Taikyo Ryu. Oh, and he is, I mean, I'm sure he's well aware Byron is tagged in. He's just punishing Taikyo a little more before Taikyo gets out of the ring. And Byron, not a fan of being ignored here. This is out a little bit of punishment return. But Meiji slips through, goes for a quick cover. Byron kicks out at 1. Gotta be careful when dealing with a veteran like Meiji. Oh, and now we're tagging in, and Kawakami now, the reigning and defending WWSL Junior Heavyweight Champion, soon to be competing in the Global Junior Scramble. He is also, of course, one half of the WWSL World Tag Team Champions. Off the ropes, kick to the chest. Snapmare from Byron into a sleeper hold. Both men up, Byron with the back elbows. And the back elbow from now in return. Tags in stereo. 1 to Nozawa Akira, 1 to Death Panther. Now it is the ace of JEPW up against the man who is called Heartless. Oh, and an immediate tag to Lord Barbados. Apparently he was not enjoying the time in the ring with Nozawa Akira. And Nozawa taking it to the youngster, Barbados. Oh, but Barbados with the sleeper hold. He tried to slow Nozawa's roll, but Nozawa quick to counter out. Notably, Kaiju-gun did try to claim the WWSL World Tag Team Championships not that long ago at Summer Struggle. They were defeated by the Journeymen. Or so I said Summer Struggle, sorry. Solar Radiance. Very different show, Summer Struggle. Not even JEPW's lexicon. Now the legal men, Byron and Now once again. Now goes for a cover, but Byron kicks out. Byron with a cover. Now kicks out. Both men unable to get a 1 count going. Nice DDT from the man who flies sky high. I'm out here trying to do bits. Oh, Jesus. Head rebounded hard off the turnbuckle there. Snapmare, tag to Barbados. Oh my God. Olympic slam. Now Barbados sends now into the corner. Sets him up top. No way. Oh! Tiger style backbreaker immediately into the camel clutch. Really tear at the back.
Give up.
That is not good for Kawakami. And unsurprisingly, he tags out right after, but it goes up top. Tornillo. Even if the back is in pain, now is not willing to stop flying high.
6.
Meiji now working the legs of Lord Barbatos.
8.
I always say it, it's very smart to take out the men from under, or the legs from under large men like that. Count made it up to 9, by the way. Barbatos nearly counted out. And now Meiji right back after the legs.
Give up.
Yosh.
Give up.
Now we've got Taikyo and Ryan as the legal men. That's how this match started out. And you can see Kaiju-gun, their tag experience coming in there. Smart little combination before this exchange of blows came out between Ryan and Taikyo. Ryan's chops managed to win out. Taikyo sends him to the center of the ring, picks him back up. Big chop from Ryan, tries to send Taikyo to the ropes, but Taikyo with the reversal. Now it's Ryan with the dragon screws. Sends Taikyo to the corner. Taikyo manages to fight his way free. Rolling elbow. Tries to get him again, but Ryan with the counter, and now a beautiful drop kick. Taikyo tags to Death Panther. And now a combination leg drop, back drop. Series of knee strikes. Now got the leg locked up.
Give up.
Ryan rolls through. Kick to the leg and then tag to Kaito. Not a lot of tags to the aces so far, except from within. Ryan has almost exclusively tagged Kaito in this match. I can't necessarily blame him though, he has a long history with Kaito. Probably a lot of respect between these two men. Following their best of 7 and the matches that they had, or the match they had, I should say, in the Grand Prix. Meiji with a takedown. Death Panther with a reversal. Sleeper hold. But Kaito gets to the ropes. Tag to Byron. Tiger driver. Kaito still able to counter. And things are starting to break down here now, as Paradise was about slightly getting picked apart there. Now it's Nozawa Akira, the legal man, against Byron. As they've got Byron trapped in the opposing corner here. Oh my God, what a kick to the chin. Immediately into a half crab, or a Boston crab. Now they're exchanging these punches from Byron being faced against these elbows from We're 20 minutes into this 8-man tag match.
1, 2.
And Byron once again setting the match up as Taiko versus Ryan. Byron has pretty much not wrestled Ryan almost his entire match. And though he's doing a little bit of damage here, he is no longer the legal man. It seems like he's actually trying to keep things separated until Autumn Draft. He doesn't want to put on any teasers ahead of their world title match. Ryan is just working Taiko before handing him over to Nozawa Akira, who lays him out with 2 stiff punches and an elbow drop. Taiko with the knee lift, and now smashing those forearms into the face of Nozawa Akira. Oh my God, DDT, kip up DDT. Another stiff punch and another one. Now he tags to Ryan and, oh, wait a minute. Ryan and Byron, the legal men, will we see a bit of a teaser after all? And Ryan wastes no time when Byron's on the mat, immediately starts locking in the submission. Indian Deathlock to start. Now the elbows. The hammer and anvil elbows. And immediately into cattle mutilation. Byron does not tap. Takes down now, takes down Nozawa, takes down Ryan, takes down Kaito. Takes down now again. Byron fights off the entire opposing team to get the tag.
2.
That is Ryan and Death Panther. Both of these men ready. And Ryan with the German suplex and the burning lariat, but Death Panther, the patented, I don't give a damn about your finisher, sits right up. Nozawa tosses him into the corner, but Death Panther with the reversal. Double knee buster to Kaito, but gets kicked in the head by Kawakami now. And now Nozawa is on the top rope stalking. Comes down cross body. Now manages to block off Death Panther for a moment, but Panther fights him off and gets the tag to Lord Barbados. Oh, and an assisted senton. Lord Barbados up top, shooting star press. Now breaks it up. And Byron being worked by both Now and Kaito. A lot of chaos going on here. As Nozawa Akira faces back off with Lord Barbados. And he tags in now. Lord Barbados with a torture rack, but now breaks it up, comes off the top, moonsault double knees. Sends Barbados into the ropes. Head scissors. And then sends him to the other corner. But Barbados with the counter. However, now he's getting the shit slapped out of him by the Ace Stars. And the sky high moonsault nearly gets the 3. Barbados just barely kicking out of the sky high moonsault there. Oh, the shining star to the back of the head. Kawakami now tried to set Nozawa up there, but the Hurricane Rana was just quick enough of a counter. Oh, bright lights to Death Panther! And a Pele kick to Lord Barbados. And now Ryan laying Barbados out with the twin burning lariats. Nozawa with the leg drop. Barbados hits a 0 kick, 0 fighter kick. And Nozawa tags out as Barbados tags to Taiko, who hits the atomic break on Kaito, but Kaito's back up. Nozawa delivering a stiff blow to both opponents. Kaito, shining star for the cover. And all the men of the Stars team managed to stop the Paradise and Kaiju Gun from breaking up the pin. Ryan and Byron staring each other down at the end of this match. All right, it seems like we're going to be hearing from ZC Woods. We heard from one member, sort of the House of Troubles earlier tonight. She was backstage with Sarah Harris. Now it seems like ZC Woods has something he'd like to say. He wasn't there when Aaliyah Pope joined the house. It was just Bray and Dallas in the ring. I wonder if he has something to say about her joining. You quoting me? Okay. Whoops. Okay. Let me just sorry. Didn't mean to irritate you. Don't kill me. All right. You know, Victory Lane, what's he declaring for? Oh. Okay. Cool. So ZC Woods is going to be in the Midwest Shotgun Roulette, most likely. Or somebody might have something to say about that. This is not where I was expecting this to go, to be completely honest with you. All right, so Steve Levy seems to have some things to say about ZC Woods going and declaring for the national title. It's based on ranking, but yeah, no, I would say that Woods has a good point here. They're actually neck and neck in the rankings. Okay, Ignition 70, another match set for Super Rally. And it is main event time here on SOW Ignition. The World Tag 500 Round 3 continues. This will be the last match in Round 3. And it is the two undefeated teams facing off. Whichever team here wins is guaranteed a spot in the semifinals. The other team isn't out per se. They'll still have an opportunity if they can win their final match to essentially get themselves into that final spot, into those semifinal spots. I think a 3-1 record pretty much ensures you will always get in to the semifinals under this Swiss system. But of course, coming out first, it's maximum effort. Always triumphs. And their opponents, two men who's, I mean, it can't be understated just how good these two are. One of the greatest tag teams of all time. The Blazing Lion Karate Hideaki. The God of Destiny, Judas Magnus. The Destined Saviors. Now, last time these two teams met up in the World Tag 500, it ended with Judas Magnus tearing his rotator cuff. So you know that this is a rematch that has been well in the makings. World Tag 500, Meat versus Destined Saviors. Once again, let's go. We're starting out SOW and Judas. It was SOW who caused the injury to Judas in that match. Unsurprising that Judas would come in and look to try and get a bit of a receipt for that injury. SOW isn't going to make that easy. Body slam into a head drop and a sledgehammer to the back. And now a backbreaker. SOW piling on the offense. Judas no choice but to tag out. It's a backbreaker of his own, following it up with a second one, but SOW immediately back up, goes behind Judas. Judas with an elbow to the back of the head. SOW body slams him and immediately catches Hideaki, but Hideaki counters, sends SOW into the corner, and man, they are going full speed from the jump here. Oh, looking for the blazing stamp already, hits it square to the chin, goes for the cover, 1, 2, no! Nearly got the 3 early in this match. The blazing stamp almost sealed the deal. Shoulder tackle battle, Hideaki comes out on top. Big kick to the chin. And now starting to target the leg. Attacking the legs of SOW Jackson. SOW already tired, now has to tag to Mars Namor. He took up too much offense. He's honestly a little fortunate that the Saviors chose to tag as well. That gave him the opening he needed to get out. Make a rest there on the apron as Mars versus Judas rages in the ring right now. Chops versus kicks. Oh, wait, now a punch to the chin. Judas frequent tags, the signature of the Saviors, backbreaker from Judas Magnus. Double team move is blocked there, but Judas is not letting Mars go easy. Another series of backbreakers. Kurata Hideaki now the legal man. Hideaki kicks out. He's got the arm. Mars managed to maneuver himself to the ropes, and now a nice standing body slam. Tags in Suave. Kurata sends Mars to the ropes, but Suave catches him. Short range lariat and a short power pile driver. Now it's Suave returning the favor of the leg work with an elbow to the leg, but Hideaki tags to Judas. Does the shoulder tackle and actually tags to Mars. Suave sends Judas to the corner. Mars slipping back into the ring. Meets Judas at the corner and a few shoulder tackles in the corner there. Oh, for a moment I thought Judas was going to tag out. Nope. Said he hits a hip toss and then a chop. And now a big punch. And the money clip locked in. And Mars breaks free. Arm drag of his own. Stomp to the stomach of Judas. And Judas tags to Kurata. Double team move once again blocked by Mars. Judas slips behind. Backdrop. Kurata goes up top. Huge senton from the Blazing Lion. Double stomp to the chest. Picks him up. Sends him to the corner. But Mars fights free. And goes off to tag Suave in. Mars picking him up. Standing choke from Mars Namor. Double team move now blocked, this time by Kurata. But another short pile driver into a cover. 10 minutes in, cut play just started, but not seeming to be interested in going for it yet is Judas. Lifts him up. Power bomb! 1, 2, almost got the 3. Judas barely at the very last millisecond broke the pin spear into the cover. Judas slips back in the ring and was not in time. Kurata Hideaki had to kick out of that. Very good timing from Suave, something he's been showing a lot in this run. Judas calls for the tag. Hideaki obliges. Both men looking to set Suave up in the corner. And a chop to the throat with a backbreaker. Suave with an arm drag. Sends Judas into the corner now. And now it's Suave with the shoulder tackles in the corner. Bringing Judas to the center of the ring. But Judas pops back up. Suave, however, tries to catch him. But Judas fights it off, and now a tag to Hideaki. Snapdragon suplex. Followed by another Snapdragon. And another one. Hideaki, blazing stamp. Beautiful combination. Goes for the cover. Oh, and Judas even made the interference. But Suave was able to kick out. The resilience of Suave Jackson has really built up here in SOW as he's continued to grow as a wrestler. Suave Jackson of year 1 would have been pinned by that combination from the Saviors. Mars Namor, base Buster. But Judas right back up. And now they're going back for back, blow for blow. And the crowd has been loving this match as Judas ducks the high kick and hits a drop kick to the chest of Mars Namor. Dr. Bomb! 1, 2, no! Mars, high kick combination. Boot to the face. Boot to the face again. Picks him up. Sledgehammers him down. Judas back up. Sends Mars into the ropes, but Mars with a shoulder tackle block. Hideaki tagged in. And now there's the Demon Fang. Snapdragon. Snapdragon again. Judas really laying the Snapdragons in. And the ankle lock. Locked in on Mars, but Mars able to kick free. Tags to Suave. Notably, Mars had not received any of the leg work previously in this match. It was all done on Suave. Oh, the backslide attempt, but Mars not gonna let that through. Tag to Judas. And these two teams are so well oriented against one another. They have not let a single, well, there's been one single double team move through this entire match. Short pile driver. This time to Judas. Both teams into the ring. Interference run by Mars, but Judas able to kick out still. Suave has Judas set up in the center. This could do it. It's time for the spear. In for the cover. 1, 2, 3. No. Wait a minute. Is he gonna do it again? It didn't work the first time. So he's gonna go for it again. The spear. Cover. 1, 2. No. Judas still able to survive. And now the Demon Fang, Snapdragon. Working the leg even more, stands up, highest pressure, Suave has to tap. The Saviors have now guaranteed their entry into the semifinals of the World Tag 500. Meat still has a chance though. If they can win their 4th round match, they'll guarantee themselves their own spot. However, that is all we have for the night. As always, I am your lead analyst, Devil D, and I am signing off.